Hello everyone, I'm Cloud and welcome to Anime No Mi. Today continuing with the One Piece videos here on the channel. This time we'll talk about the evolutions and new bounties after Wano's arc, and this time we'll talk about Luffy's allies who are currently fighting alongside Wano against two Yonkas, Kaido and Big Mom. So I hope you can help the channel by leaving your like on the video and also by subscribing to the channel if you're still new here. Now let's go to the video guys. As we know right now there is a big battle going on between Kaido and Big Mom against several pirates, including Luffy, Law, and Kid, who are the biggest bounties of the worst generation, obviously not counting Teach who became a Yonko, and we know that all the pirates who are fighting today to save Wano and completely end Kaido and Big Mom's plans and their new Onigashima project are evolving a lot, and also, with their achievements there they will surely have more than growth in power, and a growth in your bounty too, and we will comment since the beginning of the formation of the Ninja Pirate Mink Samurai Alliance, but obviously not everyone who is participating in those clashes will actually become enemies of the Sekai Sifu and receive a bounty, even because the confrontation is taking place in Wano. As everyone will remember, we know that every Wano has no connection with the organization, being a place in the new world that is not affiliated with Sekai Sifu and has no direct interference from them. Even so, pirates battling Yonkas will soon have their and their crew's bounties raised, something similar to what happened in Whole Cake's arc 2. So let's directly talk about Luffy's allies who are participating in this battle, starting obviously with the Supernova Law being one of the Straw Hats crew's biggest direct allies in this alliance to take down Kaido once and for all. And as we remember, for Law it all started with his desire to finish off Doflamingo for what he did to Rosinante, and after that leave the alliance with Luffy aside, but the Straw Hat kind of didn't let him do that and increased his goal to defeat the Yonko, who was linked to the ex-Shichibukai, and especially now that Kaido wanted to finish them off for interfering with his receiving Akuma no Mi artificial in Wano, he faced several and diverse members of the Beast's crew, including even all-stars such as another Supernova Basil Hawkins, who joined the Yonko and became a member of the Beast's pirates. Later in the course of the battle he faced Yonkas as well, participating alongside the Straw Hat pirates in different confrontations, more than once, against Sea Emperors, as in the battle against Kaido and Big Mom, including being the one who attacked Big Mom to stop Yonko's advance when Luffy was tired after using Gear Fourth, while also being attacked by Kaido alongside the other Supernovae, until the moment Yonko decided to use his hybrid form. Law was also responsible for the strategy of separating the two Yonkas by believing that even with all the forces gathered there it would not be possible to beat those opponents, also working together, also creating several strategies to do this, also being the one who teleported along with Zoro so they wouldn't be hit by Kaido's and Big Mom's joint destructive attack, as well as the Kid fighting to remove Big Mom from the battlefield, sending her out of Onigashima. And now, with all this evolution, Law, who had his bounty paused when he became a Shichibukai, had a small increase when he was reactivated after the events of Dressrosa 2, and so now with the events in Wano, Law can now approach 1 billion, between 700 and 800 million berries. We then followed with a great ally of Luffy in this combat, an extremely powerful pirate, and that everyone had been waiting for a long time to see fighting alongside Luffy, Marco, who took a while to join the alliance against Kaido. And come on, Marco ended up living extremely difficult things since the events in Marineford, where he felt even more the betrayal of Teach, who after doing what he did to get the Yami Yami no Mi, once again stood against his old crew, and this time he was the reason for the end of Edward Newgate's life. After that he tried to face him directly once more, this time in the Battle of Reckoning, and at that moment he also ended up witnessing a great defeat. So after all that, he decided to go to his former captain's home village to protect everyone from a possible attack by Weevil, who seeks a treasure that didn't even exist. So it took him a little longer to go to the confrontation in Wano, but he was already willing to participate in this battle until he finally arrived, and he arrived directly attacking a Yonka's ship, while after that he made a deal with Perispero to cooperate in defeating Kaido. However, as we know, Big Mom and Kaido joined forces and soon became enemies. So right after being questioned by Charlotte Linlin, who didn't understand why someone who was next to Edward Newgate would now be next to some boys, in this case Luffy, and after his answer we already saw Phoenix getting into confrontation with Big Mom. Not only that, but we also saw Marco facing the greatest forces alongside Kaido, facing King and Queen shortly after reaching the dome, holding them while helping the Straw Hats. And in that battle in chapter 1006 we saw how Marco had said that it was very difficult to face two opponents who had bounties greater than 1 billion, telling Chopper to run, and this suggests that Marco also has a bounty like that, and later we find out that it reached 1,374,000, so in the future it would be between 1.5 billion. We then followed up with Kid, who wasn't really part of the alliance initially, but met with Straw Hat, who was fighting the same fight as him, so at that point they joined forces to become even more powerful. As we know, for a long time the Kid's fate was unknown, until we found him in Udon, standing beside Luffy, and both together swore revenge against Kaido, and so basically they joined forces for this battle, becoming also rivals, where they competed for see who would definitely beat Kaido. And after they were leaving, Luffy actually offered him to be part of the alliance, but he refused because he felt betrayed by Apo and Hawkins, but he actually joined Luffy and Law in battle, where they faced off against the pirates of the beasts, and right now he's facing Big Mom, joining forces alongside Law, right after saving Nami and Usopp from Yonko's attack. Kid's current bounty is 470 million, and just as Law should be between 600 and 800 million, approaching 1 billion, in this case, even more depending on the outcome of the battle against Big Mom. The same thing would be with Law, and we also have opponents who became allies. We have X-Drake, plus a supernova that allied with Kaido as well as Hawkins, but in this case, he became one of the Tobarapas of the pirates of the beasts, but at a certain point, we saw that he actually came to help Law, who shortly after faced Hawkins. After a while, he was considered an enemy, that while Husu said he would have to fight alongside Queen, in the end, the two attacked Drake, who luckily managed to survive this and escape after a while. Then, he decided to face some numbers, and then he became a declared enemy of the pirates of the beasts, and shortly afterwards he asked Luffy to let him fight by his side as part of the alliance. However, Zoro, Frank and Jinbe didn't trust him, and didn't agree in their union. Even Zoro momentarily faced him, but later they joined forces to fight Scratchmen. Apo. We saw then how Drake faced Tobarapas, and even an all-star, before and after joining the alliance. However, it would also be very important for the increase in his bounty, that he was part of the Beast's pirates, and I believe that after this arc, it could reach 400 or 500 million, out of its 222 million. Plus we have some other people who could end up earning their first bounties after this Battle of Wano for being affiliated with the Straw Hats crew. In this case I'm talking about Carrot, who tried to face Perisperos and even ended up saving Marco from Big Mom's attack, and that was trying to get revenge for what had happened to Pedro. But who would have his first bounty almost guaranteed would be Yamato, who at this moment is facing Kaido himself, the Yonko of the 100 Beasts, who happens to be his father, and who now wants to travel alongside the Straw Hats. We know that Yamato has great control over Ryu, or rather Busashoku Haki, has a large Zoan-type devil fruit, and we are also now in that moment, and it has now been confirmed that Yamato has the power of the King's Haki. Even so, Yamato's powers are gigantic, which was actually even said by two Tobarapas, who are actually extremely powerful, and that at the end of this battle could lead Yamato directly to a bounty in the millions of berries. Even Yamato's devil fruit was a fruit that Kaido personally wanted to find power, and Kaido also recognized Yamato's powers. We also can't forget the help and participation of Momonosuke, who has been with Luffy for some time with Kinemon, including participating in the events in Dressrosa. We know they didn't get a bounty, and right now if Momonosuke does get a bounty, he's just changed his shape by becoming an adult. We also have to remember that from the moment Kaido leaves Wano, he will be the one who will lead all that place, and for that reason, the young samurai will hardly have a bounty. So I personally believe that as much as the possibility exists, Momonosuke shouldn't earn his bounty now. After all, he hasn't earned it before for traveling alongside the Straw Hats. At this point, he would only be considered a samurai who fought to get the pirates out of Wano. But comment, which ally of Luffy in this confrontation should have the biggest bounty after Wano, and which one has the greatest power and evolution? Don't forget to leave your likes in the video to help the channel, and also subscribe if you're still new here. The channel is new and needs your help. Thank you so much for watching our video so far. Your support is very important. See you in the next video. Bye.